Therapy, Switzerland. And currently, he is the secretary and member of the board of the Preventive, Regenerative, and Integrative Medical Alliance, or yung tinatawag po nating PRIMA here in the Philippines. So with all the pride and honor, atin pong i-welcome at palakpakan Dr. Jason Penaranda.
Yes.
Good afternoon po. Good afternoon everyone. Thank you for having me here again. So alam ko excited na kayo dito. So
Yes.
diretso na tayo.
Okay.
Just host, paki-enable po ng screen sharing.
Okay na po, Doc.
Thank you. Okay, so again, good afternoon. So pag-uusapan po natin ngayon ang ALTAIMUNE. So the reason why we're here basically, and the reason why we have this product is because we know we're still in a pandemic. Okay, it's a sad reality, but that's... Hello? Okay lang po? Okay. So as of yesterday, we still had 8,767 new cases. So we have a total now of 971.49. So at this rate, by Sunday evening, baka naka 1M na tayo. Or ganun siguro. And then ang death rate natin is 1.69. So considerable din siya. And then, ang napapansin lang natin kasi COVID or SARS-CoV-2. But that's not the only virus out there. There are other things na hindi na natin pinapansin ngayon. The cold virus, flu, hepatitis, chickenpox, measles. Okay? And then viruses are not the only problems. We also have other disease-causing organisms like bacteria and fungi everywhere. And the most they tell us on how this can be done is we practice social distancing, we wear our masks, cough and sneeze on your elbow, wash your hands, etc., etc. But they don't talk about the most important thing that we can do to actually prevent ourselves from getting infected by these microorganisms. And that is basically our immune system. To strengthen our immune system, that's our best line of defense that we can mount to address the problem. So when we talk about the immune system, basically, when we want to boost it, we're talking about 4 factors. Nutrition, exercise, detox, and rest and relaxation. So ano ba itong mga to? First, of course, is nutrition. Nutrition has to do with food. We know na poor nutrition leads to weak immune system. Pag hindi ka kumakain, syempre, babagsak ang immune system mo. And you need the nutrients to repair the tissue. Let's say nagkaroon ka ng infection, may tissue damage. You need the nutrition to help you recover. And then excess weight or obesity, alam natin yan ngayon, it makes you more at risk for death for COVID-19. So ibig sabihin, if you're on the heavy side, compared with another person who is not heavy, tapos pareho kayong nagka-COVID, mas malaki yung chance na mag-expire ka. If you notice then, kung may mga kakilala kayo, a lot of the people who are dying from COVID are actually on the heavy side. That's why nutrition is very important. Proper nutrition. Okay? Unfortunately, soil is now less fertile than how it was 50 years ago. So definitely the food that we're getting is less nutritious. There's also higher demand for nutrients now because we work longer hours but we rest for a shorter period. Hindi na tayo masyado nagpapahinga. The intake of good food is also poor. Lagi tayong fast food o kaya yung mga microwave, mabilis ang luto. We don't have time to prepare actually good food. So in essence, there is a need for supplementation. The other factor is detoxification or excretion. This is the process of removing waste products from your body. So like any machine, the human body can work optimally if it is clean. We produce waste products every day, continuously. And fortunately for us, the body has natural ways to clear your toxins. We just have to maximize them. That includes bowel movement. You need to move regularly. Regular means you poop as frequently as you eat. So if you eat 3 times a day, ideally you should be able to poop 3 times a day. Kung once a day lang or every 2 or 3 days, kulang yon. So naiipon yung toxin sa katawan natin. And then urination, you don't hold your urine and it has to be colorless palagi. Exhalation through deep breathing to release the carbon dioxide, which is a waste product also. And then sweating to clean the lymphatics and the skin. So ang exercise, kailangan din natin to. Basically, you want to combine cardio. So this is your running, jogging, treadmill, and some resistance training or doing weights. It can be dumbbells, barbells, or just your own body weight. Now, the best equipment, if you have it, is swimming pool or access to a swimming pool. If you don't have that, then a good pair of dumbbells would be very good. Or you can just use your body weight, have a yoga mat, or just have a clean floor and go to YouTube. You have a lot of exercises you can learn to do. And of course, equally important is your sleep. This picture shows you the production of melatonin, yung levels nila. Sorry. So makikita nyo dito, around 8 p.m., mababa pa siya. Starting 9 p.m., tumataas na siya. Melatonin is the hormone that makes us sleep. Okay, so tumataas siya, magpipeak ng midnight, tapos bababa na ulit. By 7 a.m., halos wala na siya, tapos magigising na ulit tayo. So it's important that you sleep during the time that melatonin is high. Even if you sleep during the day, at night. Okay? So basically, ang summary natin dito, to boost your immune system, you have to have good nutrition, you have to have regular exercise, you detoxify naturally and regularly, and you have good rest and relaxation. That's the best defense we have. Unfortunately, andito na yung pandemic. Okay, so nagkalat na yung virus. If this has been your lifestyle, you're okay. But if you're just starting now, you have to ask yourself, are you ready? Can you just rely on your immune system to fight the infections for you? Maybe not. Okay? And hindi mo isusugal yon kasi alam mong ang pwedeng ikatalo mo dito is death. And you don't want that. Kung sa'yo, siguro matatanggap mo, but for people around you, you don't want them to have that kind of faith. So what can we do? Okay, this is what we're dealing with, a virus. It is a microorganism. It's much smaller than bacteria. Okay, it can be living or non-living depending on how the experts define it. And it causes diseases in animals and humans, even plants. Okay, so ito yung comparison niya. So it's about 1,000 times smaller than the bacteria. It's much more simple. It has no replicating ability on its own. Okay? So it needs a host. Ang mga bacteria natin, yung E. coli, Salmonella, Staph. Okay? Ang mga viruses natin is the SARS-CoV-2, and yung COVID, HIV, hepatitis, flu, rhinovirus, chickenpox, Ebola, polio. Okay. These are viruses, different types. So, etong HIV, kamukha siya ng coronavirus. Etong influenza is also considered a coronavirus, kaya magkakamukha sila. And then there are others na iba-iba yung itsura. They come in different shapes and forms. So, inside the virus, this is what you'll see. So, ito yung natural structure niya, the yellow-orange part. This is the spike proteins. Ito yung ginagamit niya pag-attach sa host cell. Tapos, itong pink, yan yung membrane niya. Sa loob, merong yung very light pink, that's the genetic material. Yung red, yan yung covering ng genetic material protection niya, or the nucleocapsid. Ito naman ang bacteria. So makikita nyo mas complex siya, mas marami siyang structures, and then nakikita nyo yung mga dots na to. Those are the ribosomes. Ribosomes ang ginagamit na pag-start ng replication process. Walang ganyan ng virus. Kaya kailangan niya mang-hijack ng ibang cells para ma-replicate siya. Ito naman ang classic human cell. So nakita niyo sobra na siyang high-tech. Para siya talagang isang complex. Meron siyang malaking nucleus, may mga packaging centers, may mga defense, may mga channels outside. Marami siyang structures. Kaya gustong-gusto ni virus na puntahan si human cell. Okay. So, ito ang structure ni SARS-CoV-2. This is a little old. We know now that the spike proteins are a little thinner. Okay, so pero classic pa rin yung structure niya. Meron siyang spike proteins, may membranes, may genetic material sa loob, yung RNA, and then covered by the nucleocapsid. Kailangan maintindihan natin itong structure na to dahil ang panglaban natin ay nagtitake advantage dito sa structure niya na to. So ito yung natural life cycle ni SARS-CoV-2. So dito, ito yung host cell, itong brown na to. Ito yung labas. So dadapo si virus dito, papasok sa loob ng cell, magre-replicate, gagawa siya ng mga bagong virus, tapos ilalabas. Okay, tapos mangi-infect na naman siya ng iba. So normally, ang entry ito yung airway natin. So side view, so dito ka humihinga, this is your throat. Dito pinapasok yung pang swab. Ganyan, papunta dito sa likod. Okay, this is your mouth. So si virus, dito siya dadaan. So nagkalat siya sa air, tapos papasok sa loob, masisinghot natin hanggang sa mapunta siya sa throat. Okay? So if you want to stop it, if you want to have a checkpoint somewhere, this would be the very good spot. Okay? Yung sa may throat area natin. So dyan yung point of entry. So dyan mo sila gustong bantayan bago pa sila makapasok sa loob ng katawan. You have a window of about 4 hours by the moment na dumapo sila hanggang sa makababa sila papunta sa lungs. So may period na ma-block mo sila. And what we're using to block this is yan, ang ating ALTAIMUNE. Okay? So ano ba ang ingredients ng ALTAIMUNE? So basically ito, if you notice, most of them ginagamit lang natin sa pagluluto. And that is true. All these are readily available locally. Okay? Familiar tayo sa kanila. As Asians, yung system natin is already familiar with how it works. So tanggap siya ng katawan natin. So this is your ginger, turmeric, oregano, cinnamon, sage, basil, thyme, frankincense, peppermint, and clove. So anong ginagawa nila? Si oregano, meron siyang carbacriol. Ginagawa ni carbacriol, binablock niya yung viral proteins ng virus para hindi makadikit sa host cell na patunayan na effective siya sa ibang rotaviruses. Tapos dinidisintegrate niya rin yung capsid. Capsid, remember, yung siya yung nakabalot sa genetic material as protection. So ina-expose ni oregano yun, ni carbacriol, para ma-destroy. Ito naman si ginger has gingerols. Again, it also blocks viral attachment and entry like the carbacriol. And then cinnamon has phenylpropanoids that inhibits the virus from attachment and entry. So dito sa life cycle, ito yung site of action nila. So si oregano can attack the virus from the outside, and then si ginger and cinnamon will block their entry. Thyme, peppermint, turmeric, iba-iba sila ng action. Si thyme kasi, sisirain niya rin yung envelope and spike proteins ni COVID. Hindi siya makakadikit. Si peppermint naman, in case makapasok sa loob si virus, papatayin siya ni peppermint sa loob. And then in case hindi siya mapatay ni peppermint, si turmeric will prevent the translation. Ibig sabihin nun, iba kasi ang language ni virus for replication. Imagine nyo yung host cell factory. Ang blueprint, dala-dala ni virus. Para magawa yon sa factory natin, kailangan mabasa natin yung nakalagay sa blueprint niya na ibang language. Pag hindi natin mababasa yon, hindi natin siya ma-replicate. Ang ginagawa ni turmeric, piniprevent niya yung host cell, piniprevent niya yung virus para hindi mabasa. So hindi mangyayari, hindi siya dadami sa loob. So ang action nila dito, ayan. So si thyme, ibablock niya rin yung attachment and entry. Si peppermint, direct assault sa mga virus na nasa loob na ng host cell. So si turmeric, ipiprevent yung yung translation niya, transcription. Okay. And then basil, meron din siyang ibang mga components. Yung replication process din ang i-disrupt niya. Si sage, basically ganun din. So dito naman sila. And then the clove, replication stage din. Si frankincense naman, binablock niya yung packaging. So kung may mga nabuong materials para sa new virus, ibablock ni frankincense yung process para ma-assemble siya into a new virus. So dito naman sila. Yan. So in summary, kung pagsasama-samahin natin lahat yun, ito yung action niya. So makikita nyo, every step nung life cycle nung SARS-CoV-2 virus, meron tayong ingredient na pwedeng mang-block sa kanya. So yung chances na may makalusot na virus, napakahina. Or kung may makalusot man, the load would be too low na baka wala ka pang symptoms na maramdaman. Another way to represent this, to understand it, is so ito yung cycle niya. The virus will attach and then it will replicate inside the host cell. It will be released and then to replicate again to infect others. So yung oregano, cinnamon, thyme, and ginger would block this part, the attachment and entry. Si peppermint, turmeric, basil, sage, and clove will block the replication inside the host cell. At si frankincense will prevent the assembly of the new viruses. Si ALTAIMUNE, hindi lang antiviral yung property niya. As we said, even ang problem natin ngayon, not just viruses, but also bacteria. So, si oregano, may component din siya to fight bacteria. Dinidisintegrate niya yung cell wall. Si cinnamon, pinapagod niya yung cell, inuubos niya yung energy. Si thyme, ganun din, sinisira ang cell membrane. Si ginger, sinisira yung DNA niya. Si peppermint, binablock niya yung, tinatanggal niya yung protective layer ng mga bacteria. Si turmeric naman, ini-induce niya yung bacteria na mag-suicide. Kumbaga, inuutusan niyang magpakamatay, basically. Si basil, ganun din, cell membrane ang ina-attack. Si sage, kagaya ni peppermint kanina, tinatanggal yung protective layer ng bacteria. Si clove, sinisira ang DNA ng bacteria. At si frankincense, like turmeric, ini-induce nila yung suicide ng cell bacteria. And ALTAIMUNE ingredients are also immunomodulatory and function as antioxidants. They're all natural. They stimulate both the innate and adaptive immune responses. So anti-inflammatory din siya, which you know is one of the major factors ng symptoms ng COVID-19 na exaggerate yung inflammation stage. So highly reactive sila. Yun yung cytokine storm. And then after that, there's gonna be a lot of tissue damage. So yung antioxidant property ni ALTAIMUNE can also help. So we can say na with the ingredients of ALTAIMUNE, collectively, they will have a property as immune booster, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and maybe even anti-tumor. So for this product, we recommend you take it 1 ml 3 times a day. You take it when you need to go out or when you need to face a crowd or before entering your house in case na may mga nabit-bit kayo from the outside. Or basically, you take it whenever you're exposed to risk or if you need extra protection. Okay, that's it. So if you have questions, Arlene, you're on mute.
Okay,
Yes, Doc.
yan. Okay, so yan po, no? So, na-discuss po ni Dr. Jason, no, everything about ALTAIMUNE. So, we will be entertaining po kahit mga 3 to 5 questions. So, meron po ba sa inyong katanungan?
Pasulat na lang po sa chat, and then si Arlene na lang ang magbabasa ng question. Tapos
Yes.
sasagutin na lang po natin
Okay,
para
tama
ma-filter
po.
natin.
Question, if ALTAIMUNE is okay po ba to patients on dialysis treatment?
Yes po.
Okay, so if
Wala pong
that,
problema.
okay, kung wala, paano po siya iti-take, Doc? Ganun din po, 3 times a day?
Same dosage po.
Same dosage, okay. Thank you for that. So, Doc, pwede ba for hemophilia?
Okay. Ang classic answer natin sa ganyan, ang ALTAIMUNE ay hindi gamot at hindi maaaring panggamot sa anumang uri ng karamdaman. Pwede nyo siyang gamitin but not because of that problem. Wala tayong studies kung ano ang effect niya sa taong may hemophilia. Kasi meron din kasing blood thinning factor ang ALTAIMUNE, meaning it will help prevent blood clots. Okay, which is a good thing. Unfortunately, if you're prone naman sa bleeding, tapos ihinain pa natin yung blood clot niya, baka pag nasugatan siya, mas mabilis ang bleeding. So, baka hindi appropriate or depende sa extent ng problem ng hemophilia niya, hindi natin masasabi how it would work. But since this is just drops, tapos oral cavity lang, I don't think you can get enough para ma-aggravate ang condition ng hemophilia. Siguro, if you want to use ALTAIMUNE and the patient has hemophilia, monitoring na lang ng bleeding parameters. Pero unless inumin mo in one sitting yung isang bote, I don't think it will be a problem. Kasi spray lang siya eh.
Okay. Sige, thank you, Doc, for that. So another question, this is the third. Pwede po ba sa nagki-chemotherapy, breast cancer patient po siya?
Yes, definitely. Kasi remember, these are antioxidants. So, ang isang kalaban natin sa cancer is yung tinatawag natin na oxidative stress or yung cells natin na-attack ng free radicals. These are substances na waste product ng metabolism. Parang yung apple, di ba, pag nahanginan, pag nakat mo na, tapos nahanginan, nagba-brown. Yes. Yun yung oxidation. So, ang exaggerated version yan sa cells, nasisira yung cells or parang tumatanda. And that's the beginning of your cancer. This will help a little lang. It won't cure, but it will support the protection of cells from oxidative stress. So, makakatulong siya.
Okay. So, makakatulong po siya. So, parang, Doc, generally speaking, in all parang cancer patients, pwede siya. No po,
okay.
Not necessary.
Hindi siya contraindicated, hindi siya makakasama. It's not intended for that, but it will be okay. Parang gano'n.
Okay, sige po. So clear. So not intended for cancer patients, pero it will help in a way.
Hindi, kumbaga parang hindi masamang i-take ng may cancer. I mean, that's the least we can say about it.
Okay. So parang parang Doc na hindi kasi talaga siya for cancer eh, no? Parang ganon. Kaya parang it's okay for them to take it. But for the cancer patients to expect something that will happen, diba? Parang to help them for the cancer that they are experiencing, that they have, parang hindi po siya for that.
Opo. Kung cancer ang case nyo kasi, mas better na yung Alta Prima ang gamitin natin.
Alta Prima.
Kasi meron yung Aronia, yung ating super antioxidant. Yun, pwede natin gamitin yun with the goal na pang-cancer siya. But the ALTAIMUNE, hindi po.
Hindi po.
Although hindi naman siya masama.
Yes, thank you, Doc, for that. So last question na po that we're going to entertain. So bali po, after this, we will listen to the, yung story ng isang magbibigay ng testimonial. Okay. So, okay daw po ba ito sa may goiter and sa may, problema sa lungs? Yan.
Okay lang po kasi yung goiter, hindi po siya kasama dun sa throat area. Nasa labas siya. It's between the skin and the layers na wala siya sa loob talaga. Okay, so hindi siya affected. And the amount is so small to affect anything hormonal. So, wala tayong problema sa goiter. Kung lung problem, ano lang kasi to, drops lang. Hindi to mapupunta sa lungs. Okay? Unless mag-aspirate ka. Pero hanggang throat lang siya. Or kung ma-absorb man to ng katawan, essential oils lang. So hindi makaka-affect ng problem mo sa lungs. Anything specific kung ano yung lung problem. Kasi kung ano yan, kung emphysema, wala namang effect. Kung COPD, ganyan. If it's an infection, like tuberculosis, it can help a little in the kasi antimicrobial siya, so it can help a little. Pero kung masama bang i-take ito ng may lung problem? Hindi naman. Masama bang i-take ito ng may goiter? Hindi naman. Makakatulong ba to sa may goiter or sa may lung problem? Hindi po natin masasabi kasi nga maliit na lang siya amount.
Okay. Yes. So thank you very much, Doc, for those answers.